Welcome to a quick Kostaltyn campaign guide on Legendary. I am going to help you to get your empire ready and set you up to win it. Let's get started. The plan is to in quick succession complete the initial province, and then move to Doomkeep, mostly by the sea. This is to kill the demons of chaos. If you don't kill them in the start, they will become your biggest enemy and a problem in the late game. First things first, you want to start researching pirate weapons. Then get the pact with Nordland, so you can start improving your relationship with them.
And make your offer.
Of course.
After that, upgrade the military building and then attack the starting army. You should fight it, because the auto-resolve will screw you over and it's an easy victory. You should execute the captives to get the extra leadership. Then move the army to the border and recruit 2 normal Kossar. They have lower upkeep. For the skill point, get the Urson Roar, and put the hero in the army.
Bless me.
For the next turn, choose one of the Motherland invocations so you can start to get more supporters. I recommend the Urson one, but the Tor one is also good, but gives less supporters. The other 2 are used more for the bonuses and so aren't very useful for now. Right after that, attack the settlement. You need to fight it, but unlike what auto-resolve says, the battle is quite easy. Occupy the settlement, upgrade it to tier 2, and if the other building is not the market, demolish it, to build the market next turn. For skill, get Salyak's Lullaby for Kostaltyn. For the hero, get the extra replenish rate. Then you will want to recruit 2 more Kossar. It's turn 3, build the market, move your army to the border, and now since you are able to recruit armored Kossar, get 2 of those. Now attack. Be sure you are attacking the army outside the settlement, that way will be a land battle. For Kostaltyn skills, upgrade Salyak's Lullaby, then get Tor's Battle Hymn, Dash Song, and for last Route Marcher. For the Patriarch, get Urson's Roar and Salyak's Lullaby. Attack the settlement, you can manually fight it, but the auto-resolve works just fine. Occupy the settlement and demolish the Hallowed Wood. Next, recruit 2 more armored Kossar. At the start of the next turn, research ice sculpting, to be able to start recruit mages. After that, build the market square on Darjan and upgrade it to tier 2. On Leblia, build the roadhouse, and upgrade the market. Then attack the next settlement. For this battle, if the enemy lord is in the settlement, you should fight it, if not you can auto-resolve. Occupy the settlement, and if the building there is not the market, demolish it. Afterwards, recruit 1 more armored Kossar, and a regular Kossar. For skills, get the Route Marcher for Kostaltyn, and upgrade the replenished troops for the Patriarch. Now that we have our first region, we can issue a commandment, choose Purge the Steppes, to help with public order issues. For the next couple of turns there will be no battles, go building and upgrade while you moving the army north, focus on buildings that generate income, but beware of the amount of money you have, don't let it be low to avoid bankruptcy. Between managing your only province and engaging in diplomacy, move your army up north, starting by entering the sea, but if there is a storm you can wait until it goes away, that is to avoid taking attrition. Go by sea to avoid taking attrition and relationship penalties by trespassing the Norscan tribes. You don't want them to declare an early war. You should land on the Black Gulch territory, and start making way to Doomkeep by land now, going by Black Gulch. Once you reach the city, avoid going in force march. Sometimes there is a Legion of Chaos army there. If you don't see any army, finish all your movement points. The next turn after passing Black Gulch, only move 50%, so you can go into encampment and replenish before laying siege to Doomkeep. Once the army is fully replenished, it's time to move against Doomkeep. For this, declare war on the Legion of Chaos and siege the settlement. There will be two paths that the AI have taken, the Tzeentch path or the other demon's path. The Tzeentch will be the hardest to deal with because the AI will spam blue horrors, with the others demons the AI will spam harpies. Siege out the settlement. If they don't sally out, they will take damage and make your job easier. There is also a high chance reinforcements come. After battles against Chaos factions, always sacrifice captives. If the AI sally outs again and the auto-resolve shows that you're going to lose any armored cosses, fight the battle. Because it will take too long to recruit those units with global recruitment. In Doomkeep, build the breastworks and leave the other building be. For skill points, upgrade Darge Song, get for the people, promote the pious, and reissuing presence for Kostaltyn. For the Patriarch skill points, you now can go whenever path you want. For the next technology, get improved lookouts. And it's finally time to get your first mage. Now that you safe, replenish and fill the blanks of your army. If you don't have money, you can do it in multiple turns. For the mage, I recommend the Law of Tempest, but Law of Ice is also good. And just continue to make a full stack army. Once the army is ready, just move to the next enemy settlement. Their last settlement may vary, sometimes is the same as mine, other times is another one, at north of Doomkeep. For the mage, each turn you will have a choice to make. Most of them are good, so choose what you like most. Beware that the AI sometimes will try to ambush you like they did here. Since you will continue to occupy settlements, invoke Urson. For Kostaltyn skill points, finish reassuring presence. For the hero, now start going the melee path. If you took losses, make sure to be on your territory and recruit Kossa to fill the army. For buildings, upgrade your capital to tier 3 and upgrade the public order building. Do not waste much money on farms for now, since they don't increase your income by that much. For the technology, start going to improved empire relations. Start moving again to their last settlement. keeping enough movement to encamp to replenish the troops. If they have one army outside, attack that army to avoid the minor siege battle. After the battle, attack and conquer the settlement, to finally get rid of the Legion of Chaos. For Kostaltyn skills get Fervent, then Draftmaster and finally Lighting Strike. The hero now is high enough level to finish replenish troops and cleanse corruption, and for the next points he receives, spend on the melee skill path. The next target on the list is scaling, with the goal of getting rid of all possible corruption on the province, so start moving when the army is ready. During the end turns there is a chance of the Wood Elves declare war, don't worry much about it yet. Once you are in movement range of scaling settlement declare war and attack, most of the battles are able to be auto-resolved. For Kostaltyn skill continue to go with Lightning Strike. Once you have a tier 3 settlement in the initial province, construct the Night Patrol House to block the spawn of rifts. Start moving to the next scaling settlement the next turn. If you conquer any settlement in a province where you don't control or intend to control more cities, just use it to gain money and more in diplomacy, like I am doing with the Monolith of Katam. That was here the Legion of Chaos died, and before it rebels I am trading it with Nordland. When a rebellion happen in Doomkeep, if the auto-resolve gives you victory, take it. The troops will have time to replenish. In the province of Doomkeep you can either build control buildings or garrison ones. Next attack the last settlement belonging to the scaling, there is a high chance of them not having armies there since they were going to attack Nordland. The scaling armies may attack during the end turn, there is no point in fighting it. Now that I know where their armies are, I will move my army to deal with them and to reconquer Longship Graveyard, and since they are weaker can move to force march. Once in range of the settlement, attack and occupy it, it's probably a easy auto-resolve. During the end turn the last scaling army will attack, since the AI when doesn't own any settlement will attack the closest. The turn before having a rebellion on the main province recruit a lord and a couple of units. When you feel comfortable and have time, recruit the mage and put it in the army by getting rid of a Kossar unit. After dealing with some Norscan tribes, it's time to go and deal with the Wood Elves, that is, if they declared war. If they did not you can either wait or connect the province of Doomkeep with the starting one. To deal with the rebellion, you can recruit a regiment of renown, and then some more units of your choice. The AI may attack earlier, with that being an easy auto-resolve. Continue to move against the Wood Elves, targeting the city they occupied from Nordland. For now the Wood Elf army can be ignored while the focus is on the settlement. When attacking a settlement by sea, make sure to be as closest as possible, that way even when you land you can still attack. For the mage skills, I recommend to go to both vortex spells, 2 points each and then move to the next tier. At this time is finally time to start focusing in diplomacy with the Empire factions. Do not go to war with any of them, with the intent of avoiding any more unnecessary wars, this way the south will always be secure. If you have the Urson invocation don't make the same mistake I did, that was going back to defeat the Wood Elf army, because they have been taking attrition from the invocation. For buildings continue to upgrade the military building, to in the future recruit more and better units. As I continue to move my army, I notice that the Wood Elf army has taken some attrition, and because of that the auto-resolve gives me the victory and even wipes out the enemy, and so I lost 2 turns of movement for nothing. With the money won with that battle, build the building that gives the light war sleds and upgrade the port. There is still no need to upgrade the farms since they cost too much and give little. Sell Dietershafen back to Nordland with the goal of getting a military alliance and getting money from then. Start moving Kostaltyn back to Dietershafen by the sea because it's faster. This is with the intent to either conquer the Wood Elf tree or to go into the rift, since on the main province is not going to spawn one. When the rift spawns there is 2 options, finish what you're doing or just go and deal with the ogres. I am doing the later because I don't want the region that I am about to conquer to get too much corruption, so going earlier and closing the rift is the priority. If you did not build the building that blocks the spawn of rifts, recruit a hero to close the rift. Traverse the rift to Southern Grey Mountains. This cost 1k gold, so make sure to have that amount. When you arrive, there is either a big mess like in this playthrough, or the ogres have most of the settlements in both mountain regions. When you traverse the rift all the movement is used up, but you can still interact with the rift, so close it on the same turn to stop the spread of corruption. Before declaring war and attacking the ogres, move to their farthest settlement, that way you will not have any problems by being attacked from behind. At this time, start going into diplomacy every turn, to check out if you can confederate the other Kislevite faction. Once in range invoke the Urson motherland and then declare war and attack the settlement.
Execute the heretic. Serve Hitler. Serve Father.
For the next turns the goal is just to conquer and destroy the ogres in the mountains. It's done in a couple of turns because the settlements TS are quite close to each other. If any unit is lost, recruit either Kossar or the Kossar with spears, and if there is more need for replenish, move to the border of the territory, staying on your side. If the other army was disbanded, recruit a new one again. The Norscan clan Mulder may attack any time. Also build the garrison building in the settlement in the north. If the Ice Court starts getting a lot of supporters, use coin or devotion to reduce them. The corruption on your starting province may start getting out of control because of enemy heroes, and so recruit a hero to kill then and to also help reduce the corruption at the same time. For the second army, get some light war sleds and also armored Kossar for the front line. If going to colonize another settlement, but there is an army close with at least 5 units, do not do it, just attack the army first, only then colonize. If you do not want to colonize right now, just finish the ogres in the mountain first. By this time they should only have 1 settlement there. Continue to add more units to the second army, but don't make it a full stack. When the demons start getting their first soul, both Korn and Slanish will go after you. That is why the province in Norska is important, to delay them until Kostaltyn gets there. Get a second mage for the second army. All armies need to have at least 1 mage. The battles against the ogres that need fighting are only minor siege battles, and they mostly play the same. Go with all your army to the same front and choose a choke point to fight in, then use Kostaltyn the Patriarch and the Bear to bloob up the enemies while the rest of the army shoots down the ogres and the mages uses her spells. By doing this you negating the ogres' mass and speed, and using their weaknesses. Those are low armor and they are a big target for missiles. If they don't break in the initial engagement, advance with the heroes and the bear to the victory points, while using the archers to destroy the towers. When there is reinforcements, don't even try to intercept them outside the town, since they have high mass and can pass your units, they will mostly ignore you. So just advance as fast as possible to the town and use one of the initial choke points to block the reinforcements. Now that the ogres have been pushed back the mountain, attack the rats. They only have the main settlement of the province, but if there is an army there plus the garrison, the battle is going to be hard. If the ogres have more settlements outside the mountains they might attack, just recruit a lord and a regiment of renown unit. This was recorded before the War Bear Regiment of Renown come out. That one is more expensive but will do way better against the ogres. Also recruit some other units for the next turn, like spears if you have a alliance with any Empire faction. When Clan Moulder attacks, just fight them, their armies will be mostly Scaven slaves, and if you defeat them, they won't invade you again for a long time. I am moving Kostaltyn army north to finish off the Wood Elves, thinking that the Empire will be able to deal with the ogres. They won't, so before leaving up north, go destroy the ogres. The AI is not able to do it. If Scrag really attacks, the battle is not easy, but it's winnable. If you lose, don't worry, bring Kostaltyn to kill him. Always build the barricades during the deployment phase, that way the AI will not destroy them and it will go around them. While moving Kostaltyn north, go and attack the Wood Elves tree. Even at high tier it's a easy auto-resolve. With the army that defeated Scrag, recruit more units and go colonize the ruined settlement, if you did not do it earlier. When Kostaltyn comes back to the capital, transfer some of the units from the army there, and give the best ones to Kostaltyn. With an army fully replenished and waiting for the rift, it's the perfect time to go and do the battle mission. And that's it. For me it's less than 10 turns before the next rift, since I did not go and finish off the ogres, as I should have. If I did, I would arrive at the capital with 2 turns spare until the rift. When the rift spawns, it's time to get the first soul. A couple of tips. Tzeentch Realm is the hardest one, because the AI cheats a lot. If you go there, make sure to hunt and kill other factions' armies so only you can have it. For Nurgle, just use encampment, that way you replenish and don't get affected by the constant plague. Slaanesh is the easiest one, just use the portals to go down the circle. Khorne's Realm is also pretty easy, you just fight the armies there and get points. This is also the best to get more supporters. Simple activate the Tor Motherland and you will get 2 new supporters for each win. You also are able to get weapons, just to the white circles in the realm. Those weapons disappear once you enter another Chaos God realm. Thank you very much for watching my first video. Any suggestion and opinion to help me improve is always welcome. Hope to see you next time.